Module 3, Lesson 2, Equivalent Fractions. Once again, but this time we'll be finding equivalent fraction using sums of fractions that have the same unit or the same denominator. So for example, if I have an addition sentence such as 2/5 plus 1/5, I have to show it on a number line. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to split up my number line from 0 to 1. And then I'm going to know that since this is fifths, I'm going to split the number line into 5 equal pieces, and I'm going to label it. Then after that, I'm going to start making some jumps. So the first fraction I want is 2/5. So I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to skip all the way over to 2/5. I jump 2/5. And then I'm adding one more fifth. So when I add it, I end up at the 3/5, and I know my answer is 3/5. This time I have the sum of 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. So I'm going to mark it off. I'm going to split it into thirds. Now I'm going to jump, and I'm going to go 1/3, another 1/3, and another 1/3, and that gets me to 3/3. And I also have to pay attention to that when the numerator and the denominator are the same, it's the same thing as saying 1/2. Next is 3/10 plus 3/10 plus 3/10. So I'm taking a number line, and I'm going to split it from 0 to 1 again. And now I'm going to split it into tenths, which is 10 spaces but 9 lines. So now I'm going to start with my jumping. I'm going to jump 3/10. Then I have another 3/10 and another 3/10, and I end up right there. So my answer is 9/10. This one right here is a little different because there's multiplication in it. So the first thing I notice is that I have 2 times 3/4, which is really like saying 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 1/4. Right here are the 2 3/4 that it's talking about. So now I'm going to set up my number line. And I have 0, and then I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So I'm going to start by jumping there. I'm going to jump to 3/4. That cuts that out. Now I'm going to go 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4. I notice that right here is 4/4, which is also equal to 1, and 8/4 right here, which is equal to 2. The reason I know it's equal to 2 is 8 divided by 4, because that's what this line here means in the fraction. Tells me that that's 2. So I jump 3/4. Now I'm going to jump again another 3/4. And now I'm going to jump my 1/4. And I end up at 7/4. Which is also, when I jump that, I can see right here, this is just like saying 1 and 1/4, 1 and 2/4, 1 and 3/4, 1 and 4/4, which is also the same as saying 2. Also, sometimes you won't have a number line, and what you need to do is you need to just express the fraction as a sum of the whole number and a fraction. So if I want to split this up, I see this right here tells me that I need to make a whole out of 7. So that would be 7/7. How much more do I need to get to 9? From 7 to 9, I need another 2/7. Now I can rewrite this again, and I can look at this and I can ask myself, well, here's 7/7. That's like saying 1. So 1 plus 2/7. So there is a sum of my whole number and a fraction. So we're going to look over here. I have 2, so we're going to write 2 halves plus 2 halves plus 2 halves. Well, now I'm at 6 halves. I can do 2 more and I can get to 8 halves. And now how much from 8 to get to the 9? There is 1. 1 more half. So now I can change these into whole numbers. And I end up with 4 and 1/2. Try another one down here. I'm working with 7s. So we can go 7 sevenths, and that's another 7 sevenths is 14, and another 7 sevenths is 21, and another 7 sevenths is 28. I can't make another 7 sevenths, so I add it to 4 sevenths. And when I change that all over, I will get 4 and 4 sevenths. And that's how we do finding equivalent fractions with equal sums from the same unit.